Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most metal Monday night on a Thursday. I'm your host, Robb Zipp. I host the most epic adventures, and tonight I have members of Dawn Fades. They're playing February 13th at day 2 of the Metal Assault 12-year anniversary show. So let me go ahead and welcome in Scott and Sam. I gotta rearrange everybody here. Let's get this. The logo looks a little better over Sam's shoulder than that. So, welcome to the show, gentlemen.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob. Thanks for having us.
Nothing much. Thanks. No, it's an honor, and this is this was a last minute thing. So if you are subscribed and you want to know when these interviews hit, make sure you hit that notification bell, so you'll be notified whenever I do go live with one of these. And you know, this will always live forever, also on my YouTube channel, so people can go back and watch it later. But I am live on YouTube, I am live on Twitch, and I am live on Twitter. So if you're watching on any of those and you want to be a part of the show, I can put your question or comment up on the screen like this. Compilation Crew came up here two hours ago, saw that I had this show coming up. Wow, a Thursday night metal show. That's right. I talked to, so I typically do these on Monday nights, the most metal Monday night. But this past Monday, I had to move my interview with Fortress of Empyrean to last night because I was told last minute that I needed to cover the Decibel show with Obituary, Municipal Waste, Gate Creeper, and Enforced. So they were nice. Yeah. So I was like, well, I got to go cover that. So I was, Fortress of Empyrean were nice enough to let me move them to Wednesday. And so I was thinking about this. And I told Andrew, I was like, listen, man, I've interviewed so far to promote this festival. I've interviewed Malison, I've interviewed Fermenter, I've interviewed Old Blood. In the past, I've had Void Vader, I've had Through the Oculus on the show. So I was like, I'm leaving Wednesday. Let's try to get in as many of the bands playing this festival as possible. And he's like, well, let me see what I can do. And so he was like, hey, I got the guys from Dawn Fades that are available tonight. And I'm like, that's perfect. So,
awesome.
Cool, it's like I've had most of the bands I've been able to talk to have been playing the first day. So it's good to have another band that's playing the second day.
Yep.
And it's more of a diverse roster, I think, that day too.
Yeah, it's because he's got a pretty diverse roster just in general. If you look at all the bands, so so yeah, it was cool to be part of that day with Old Blood we played with, Zamani we played with. They're great. A lot of 2-piece like shred metal bands on the label. It's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, Fermenter or one of those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They played our record release. We did a record release in Pasadena, and they played that. They were great.
Now you guys, Dawn Fades, you list yourself as a post-metal band. Can you explain to my audience what you guys mean by that? I have kind of an idea, and I did listen to some of your watched your videos that you have available.
I mean, it's a bit all over the place. I think post-metal is kind of the term that made the most sense at the time when the band was kind of formed. I mean, when I started writing the songs that kind of became the first album, I was really listening to a lot of Neurosis and Cult of Luna and Yob and Rosetta and a lot of these kind of heavy bands that also had, like, for lack of a better term, a more sensitive aspect to them. Sure. Where it was not just punishing heaviness or whatever. It felt like there's a little more of an emotional aspect to it. And obviously we've got the clean vocals, we've got the screaming, so that's kind of another hallmark of some bands. Like the Ocean's one that's kind of does that, and so that's kind of where we're coming from. I mean, the other main influence of the band is a band called Failure, which I don't know if you're familiar with. Kind of like So the original idea was like, okay, we're gonna make a black metal band that sounds like that uses failure chords.
Okay,
and that's not what this turned into. But that was kind of the the idea, like those kinds of odd time signatures were also influenced by a band called Shiner and a lot of these other 90s bands that kind of a little less straightforward, a little more complex songwriting, kind of almost compositional, long songs, slow, those kinds of things.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I definitely was like, yeah, these guys are a less angry Neurosis.
That works.
I mean, the guy with the keyboard, he doesn't play the keyboard. He fucking bangs the keyboard.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys aren't doing any of that, right?
No.
No. Maybe someday we'll get a keyboard player.
When we started, I had thought that maybe I would sing and play keyboard, and honestly, I just thought it looked dumb to me. Like I looked at myself and I was just like, it's not.
You could play. You could play it. You could play guitar.
I could. That would be much cooler, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. That would look way better.
So we didn't mention this. So Sam, you are the vocalist,
right?
Right. And Scott, what do you?
I'm the drummer. I'm the drummer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm actually supposed to see Tool tomorrow. Is Danny Carey a big influence?
Oh yeah. Danny Carey was at one of our shows just after we played.
Oh, just after you played.
Yeah. It was like we found out. I mean, he's so huge. He walked in and it was like, Danny Carey's here, and it's like, but he just got here. Oh, what? Oh well.
I was standing up front smoking after we played, and this motorcycle rolls up, and I was like, who's that guy? He just like gets off his like 8 feet tall, and I was like, oh, God damn. I was like, cool, but like, almost saw it.
Yeah. Actually, the first show that we went to as a band, like 3 of us went to go see Tool when they did that. They did a festival out here with the Melvins and Primus.
Nice.
And it was. I'm a big Melvins fan, so that was a blast.
Well, who isn't?
Right? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And that was kind of our bonding early on in the band, is going to see Tool.
That's a great bonding moment, man.
They're playing tomorrow night, you said?
Yeah, they're on tour again. So yeah, they'll be here in Houston at the Toyota Center, where the Houston Rockets play. So.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, I got one ticket in the rafters, the very top row. It was $101. So
wow.
So yeah, I vlog when I go to these events. I make videos. So I'll make a video about my experience going down there and buying a $50 T-shirt. Which I mean, I don't know. They were $50 2 years ago. They might be $60 now.
That's true. Yeah. The cost of shirts has definitely gone up.
Cost of everything's gone up.
Yep, indeed.
So the guy's asking some questions in chat. I'll get to you in a little bit. We're asking Scott and Sam about their and talking about Tool.
We can talk about Tool.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, I mean, Tool is a great band, and
yeah, they're definitely on the list of stuff that we bonded over, and is something we talk about at practice, and different songs and things like that. So it's they're definitely part of it.
Well, it's also, I mean, I'm not saying that you sound like Tool, but I'm saying that if someone likes Tool, that there's a good possibility they'll like Dawn Fades as well, because you do have those. The longer songs, the time changes and things like that.
Yeah, we get Deftones is another one that comes up when people are referencing.
Well, I can't personally I can't get past the like whisper screaming that Chino does.
That Chino does, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Deftones personally. So, and Sam, you don't do that whisper screaming though, do you?
I don't think anybody does what Chino does, man.
Yeah.
And I am a fan, but no, I don't. I've never. He's never been like a vocal inspiration per se.
Musically and like chord wise, that's kind of like that heavy version of the kind of like we were talking about failure type chords. It's kind of that extension of like post rock. From the 90s and 2000s and stuff like that.
We got a nice comment. I'll put this on the screen here. I don't know who this is, but Rotten Astra, you guys are way better than the Deftones.
All right.
Appreciate it, my friend.
We'll take it.
I know who that is.
Okay. Right Well, so you guys do have a couple of videos. You don't have your own YouTube that I could see, but it looks like you've got videos up on the Metal Assault
Right.
YouTube channel. Now
Yeah,
you actually have one that's going to premiere tomorrow. Actually,
right.
It's like at midnight tonight Pacific time, because it says 2 a.m. here. So.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in time for Bandcamp Friday.
Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's show your Bandcamp. So that's a good segue. I was going to talk about YouTube, but let's talk about your Bandcamp.
We pretty much right away when we put stuff out ended up working with Metal Assault. So we've just kind of put everything up through Metal Assault, like
so here's your
YouTube page and stuff.
Here's your Bandcamp. You've got 2 albums on here. And it says that you're from Los Angeles. You're a post-metal band from Los Angeles that has your Facebook link. You're playing the 11th at FTG Warehouse in Santa Ana.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says you're playing the 12th, but you're actually playing the 13th at Transplants.
I don't know who did that.
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll have to get in touch with our tech guy. Update that.
And then And then the next thing you have is in April.
And then we've got a show in March. Actually, right now we've got shows booked every month in until April. We've got a show in LA at the Redwood in March, and then the show for Metal Assault in April.
Okay. And then here's your merchandise that if people wait until tomorrow, you'll get 100% of the revenue from this stuff here. Mm-hmm. So you've got you can get both your albums together as a package deal. Oh,
yep.
Where did that go? Okay, so I clicked on that and it took me to this other page.
Oh, yeah, the main album.
Yeah, I was just. Is that?
Yeah,
it's gonna do that the same. Okay.
Yeah. We're still waiting.
I just wanted to get a big.
We're still waiting on the vinyl for the new record, which, like everybody, is massively delayed. But I think we're hopeful that it'll be within the next month or so.
So this is your first record, the self-titled one, and then.
And that was the first release on Metal Assault.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the very first release.
Very first release, yeah.
So you guys are OG.
We are. All the way back to 2019. When did we do it? 2019.
Yeah.
The shirt bundle. The front. What is that? Is that like a crab claw?
It's a sculpture. So if you look closely, it's kind of a face with horns. You can kind of think of it like in the neck underneath the middle part.
Okay, so they're like turning.
Our friend Matt made that. He's an amazing sculptor, but I think the thing is about like 12 inches tall, the original. But yeah, I was looking around for album covers and just looking at paintings and and I don't know. I had seen his stuff before in person, and I went on his site and I saw this picture of this piece in particular. And I was just like, this is perfect,
Well, we got a couple other people. We got this person says DF are amazing.
Well, thank you.
And this is a strange one. I hope are one of you guys a dad?
Yes. Uh-oh. Hi, Daddy from Cole.
That's not mine.
Those your kids, Scott?
Yeah. Hi, boys.
Nice. Well, we'll try to keep it clean for your kids.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So
cover their ears sometimes.
So how old are they? Are they going to come out to did they come out to the shows?
They came out for the first time. So we've been playing at Transplants a good amount lately, and that's the great thing about it is it's an all ages venue. So
it's a brewery, but it's an all ages venue.
Yeah, exactly. So they've got it kind of separated, and so the last show that we played at the end of 2021, they were able to come out to and see me play for the first time ever, actually, which was really fun because they're 8 and 10 and just starting to kind of get into music and starting to take drum lessons and piano lessons and things like that. So it was really, really exciting for me to have them come and see it. And so I don't know if they'll make it to this one.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Sunday nights are a little tough. It's school night, all that good stuff. So
and it's Super Bowl Sunday. How do you guys feel about that? And the LA Rams are playing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In LA.
See, Yeah, no, it's a little stacked against us. We're just gonna do our thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to play, man.
Yeah,
I hope people,
Did they have TV? Did they have TVs at the brewery?
they do, and we're wondering, like, is it better to have the game on, or like people kind of just be looking off like this and then looking at us and then looking off like this and looking at us,
Yes, if we're lucky, it'll be over before we play. But
right, yeah, might be right as
Do you guys know what time you're playing?
Well, Void Vader had to cancel, so
oh no.
Yeah, so Old Blood is actually headlining, and then we're bumped up to second to last. So, but I think it's still 9-ish. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah,
actually.
Something like that. I don't think it's going to go super late. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. So yeah, maybe the Super Bowl will be over by the time you guys get up there.
Yeah.
Are you guys big Rams fans? I mean,
no.
Does anybody care about the Rams really? I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean,
suddenly yes, they do because
right.
It's. But before that, no. I mean, I'm a Dodger fan, and that's the extent of my sports stuff. So.
So you're not going to punch me because I'm an Astros fan, are you?
My kid might. But yeah, no, it's there's definitely history between those two teams. So
there is, yeah. Right. I don't worry, I'm not going to wear an Astros hat.
Okay.
Right. And we gotta boo Astros there. So there you go. I actually have a job interview with the Astros on Monday, so I might.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I might be the new guy to bang the trash can.
Oh, I didn't know that they were that was an opening for that.
But I did get my Apple Watch after seeing what the Red Sox did. I did make sure to get an Apple Watch from the Red Sox. So
there you go.
I'm sorry, Scott. It's one of those things. I know Andrew's a huge Dodgers fan too, and
yeah. Man, he goes to so many games. He lives right near there, so he would just like. I just see him constantly posting pictures of himself at the game, and I was like, oh man! And he just gets the cheap seats, and he goes up to the top and just hangs out and loves it. And yeah, we've definitely bonded over Dodgers.
Yeah, you can go like with just sports in general. You can go to a lot more games if you go to the cheap tickets, tickets. Because I've had somebody like I said, I vlog when I go to these games and stuff and do these different things. And people will give me shit for like, they're like, you're always sitting in the rafters. I'm like, well, man, dude, I got this. Like, I went to a Texans game for $14. How else can you go to an NFL game? I mean, the Texans were terrible, but like, what else can you go to an NFL game for $14?
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to sit in the rafters, but it's still those. Now we got people talking shit in the comments. I'm not going to put those on the screen.
Okay.
But just talking sports shit. So I'm just saying,
tangent.
The stadiums are built so where no matter where you're sitting, you can see what's going on. Unless you're at like Fenway at a weird angle or Wrigley, because there's just 120-year-old stadiums,
Yeah.
But any stadium built in the last 60 years. You're going to be able to see what's going on. And when you're on the top level like that, you can see everything that's going on. When you're right on the field, it's kind of hard to see what's going on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
I mean,
we did our first bleacher seats last year, which was pretty fun. They now call them the home run seats.
Okay. And so in the outfield.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool. It was cool to have a different perspective, like from the field. Cause a lot of times I'm behind the plate, so.
Right.
All right. Enough Dodger baseball, football, sports.
There's not going to even probably be baseball this year.
Huh? You think so?
Yeah, the players are locked out.
because of the strike or the lockout, right?
Yeah, there's no collective bargaining agreement.
Right. Oh man.
So you got you can support your Rams and whatever they do on Sunday.
Yeah.
Will they have a parade? Will you lead the parade for the Rams? Will you guys will Don Fades play like the float at the front of the Rams Super Bowl parade?
We've been asked actually, and we're just deciding whether we want to actually do it or not.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're not sure if it goes with like our brand,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, worry about that stuff. It's important.
exactly.
Well, can I play one of your videos, and maybe we could talk about what's going on
Sure.
during the video. Now I'll let you guys pick which one, because they're all kind of long, so I don't want to play all three of them I have here. So I've got Ode Part 2. That's just a lyric video, and then we've got Freeze and Taste.
Yeah, Taste is. Taste is the one that came out for. It's the first single off the record. This new record.
Okay.
So
The new record. When did that one come out?
September.
In September. Okay, so it's pretty fresh.
Yeah.
It's a fresh taste.
Yes.
All right. So.
Oh boy.
And this was written pre-COVID, so losing your taste didn't have anything to do with the song.
All right. So I'm going to put the volume a little halfway down so we can still hear it, but then we can talk to each other. All right. Oh, God. There we go. So Sam, you do have the pretty like growly voice here.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of a black metal vocal. I have like a atonal kind of harsh thing that I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. I like what he does. And this video came out awesome.
Yeah.
Who did the video?
It's this guy called Chariot of Black Moth, and his work is like all over the place in like the heavy music scene, and has been for several years, I guess. We've become more popular recently, but it's kind of like you send him your song, and whatever video you want him to cut, like like these, you see these shots of me and guitar and stuff like that. Like, so I shot all that myself, and I just send it to him, and he's like, okay, what do you want it to like? What kind of imagery do you want? And you just give him like 5 or 6 words, and he's like, cool. And then he sends you this. Like,
nice.
That's it. It's like, I don't know. I almost wonder if he's using like an AI or something that he built to like make these things.
Puts it in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's incredible though, and I think I had him change a few small things, but otherwise, like it's just me with like a cell phone in my apartment and shooting this stuff against the wall, and he made it look like that,
No.
So.
No, he did great.
But yeah, it was during the pandemic, so we were kind of like at this time not seeing each other at all,
right?
And kind of like, oh, we want to promote the record, we want to do a video. What are we gonna do? So kind of hit on this because I could just do the shooting myself, and then because in the first record we did a full band kind of playing video, so we want to do something different there too.
Right.
Also, I hate colors, so this works. This is good.
Are you colorblind?
No. I love black and white. I only wear black pretty much. Which is
that's
not
fair.
uncommon in our world. But
sure. Yeah, I definitely have more black shirts than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you switch your vocal styles in this.
I feel like this one's a pretty good like overall of what the band does. Like it's got kind of all of our elements. Not every song has all of them per se, but I think they've all got the screams and they've all got the cleans.
This is a real Tool area right here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's funny what seeps in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just in the subconscious, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's me mime screaming in my living room.
Well, it's pretty dark and scary.
Yeah. My living room's fucked up, man. You don't
Has anybody ever asked if you were from like Norway or Scotland or anything?
I've never got that, no.
You know what's funny is when Sam was recording, we rehearsed here at my office, and he was recording his vocals, and I had one of my office staff here while he was doing it, and every once in a while he would just hear this like blood curdling scream coming from the other building on our lot, and it would scare the crap out of him because just the scream out of context, just out of nowhere, would be so terrifying to him. It's pretty funny. Are we your first post-metal band on your show?
I want to say like as an interview, yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think. There's a band. There's a local band here called Pireship that I think I recorded part of their set before, maybe, possibly. They were following my Instagram when I had an Instagram, but they weren't super active. But it's kind of like it's like a husband and wife and friend trio. So it's a 3-piece band, and yeah, they're definitely the same kind of post metal, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've kind of.
I dig it, but it's. I mean, it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of almost like a type of progressive metal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's not easy to do what you guys do. So there aren't as many bands that do that, I think, than that do some of the other genres. Not saying that other genres are easy either.
Yeah.
You know? Don't get me wrong. But it's,
Yeah, we've definitely set ourselves up with a little bit of a harder road to hoe, so to speak, just because we're kind of doing something that's kind of a pulling from a lot of different areas.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like I don't drink, I don't smoke or anything like that, but I can totally see people just turning on the record and just chilling out with whatever water and put this album on and sit there and relax and enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
And
so you're not gonna...
like a thrash metal album, I'm not gonna want to relax to it so much,
True.
And
yeah,
when I wake up and take a shower and stuff in the morning, I like to listen to power metal because that helps keep me like charged. So yeah, I think this is a good. I think if you're gonna listen through metal throughout the day, I think if you start out with some power metal, and then you move on to some thrash to continue going, and then your job gets you angry, so you listen to some death metal to cheer you up, and then when you come home to relax, you listen to some post metal.
Dude, when I first started to get into this kind of music, I was working downtown and I took the bus, so I would have like this hour bus ride home every day, and I would put on like Isis or Neurosis or Cultolin or whatever, and just like not like fully fall asleep, but just kind of zone out, and
drift
away about it.
Yeah, dude, Isis, I'm so disappointed that they kind of gave up.
Yeah, I saw him at that. The only time I ever saw him was at the Caleb Schofield Memorial Show in LA a couple of years back, and they reunited and did like a short set with all the other bands that were there, which was amazing, But yeah, there's never enough of something like that.
Right. Now, if you guys were putting together a festival just with bands that you kind of not metal assault bands, but bands more of your specific ilk. I mean, I guess you name some of them. You'd have the Melvins, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiner. We just got to see Shiner the other night. Actually, at Transplants, the owner of Transplants is also a big fan. We kind of bonded over liking that, and we were so we were super stoked to go see them. So they'd definitely be on it. Failure would be on it.
Hum.
For sure. Hum. You know Hum?
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
prefer an astronaut or something
Yep.
like that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stars.
Yeah, they put out a new album a couple years ago.
Yeah.
2020, they dropped it out of nowhere, and it was
Yeah.
just
So good.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then the drummer passed away last year, and so they're never gonna. It's such a drag because me and Sam were just talking the other day, like how excited we would be to be able to see them play that record,
Right.
and that's not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
I don't know who else would be on that.
Yeah, I mean heavier bands. Yeah, Cult of Luna, like Isis, Neurosis.
They just put out Cult of Luna just put out a new album, right?
They did. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail right now. Hello, kitty.
Yeah, this is Demu. She likes
Nice.
Yeah.
Yob would be on there too.
Yeah, Yob. I say there's some like black metal bands that would like Migla. That's one of the ones I really. MGLA, like them a lot. Immortal. Like I don't know. Like just. It's hard. Like I like so much stuff, and I feel like it's only in like kind of like you said, it's only in retrospect that when you write something that you even hear your own influences,
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I think like, oh, this sounds kind of like that, but a lot of times I'm not really thinking that way. I'm just kind of seeing what comes out, and then once we hear the record, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I hear all these things in there, and maybe nobody else could pull them out, but there's a lot of stuff there.
Sure, without a doubt, without a doubt. Now, okay, so you broke the news to me anyway that Void Vader is not playing the show, and actually, my friend, I'm friends with Felicity Feline, and she's playing drums in Circle of. No, she's not in Circle of Size. What is she in? Constraints of Light. There we go. She's playing with Constraints of Light, and they're playing on the 13th. They got added, I guess, because Void Vader fell out.
Oh, they're the ones who. Okay, gotcha. All right,
Constraints of Light. Yeah, they're a two-piece. They're a two-piece band too.
Okay. Circle of Size, by the way, badass. They played.
Yeah.
We played with them at our record release at Transplants, and
cool.
they're such an awesome combination of so many weird things.
Yeah, I had them on my show sometime last year.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but so it was before before this, and actually, I mentioned it a little bit before before we got on the broadcast, and somebody asked, actually, where did he go? He said he asked me, where are you going on Wednesday? So I went out to Southern California this past summer at the end of July, beginning of August, and I went to Disneyland, I went to Disney California Adventure, I went to Universal Studios, I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain, I went to Knott's Berry Farm, and I went to the San Diego Zoo.
Wow, you just hit
6 days in a row. It was ridiculous.
You said you made it to Knott's Berry Farm too?
Yeah.
That's impressive, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
You hit everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and the Orange County Fair. I went to the Orange County Fair too.
Wow.
So
that's a good one.
Yeah, so it was, my feet hurt really bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sentence made me feel really tired.
Yeah. So I'm coming out there this time. I'm gonna go to Disneyland again, and I do have park hopper passes, so we are gonna go into Disney California Adventure, me and my friends. But just the one day. I'm mostly coming out for this festival, and when I came out there this summer, because I have a good relationship with Andrew. I met him when I was covering the Vakken Metal Battle in 2019. I went to Vakken in 2019, and the whole metal battle to get there, I think, is awesome. I love like competitions like that. Like I'm a big soccer fan as well, and I like tournaments. Like knockout tournaments. It's the same kind of thing.
Right.
You get the best.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm a big fan of that battle. So that's how I got to know him. And so I've interviewed several of his bands. I've had links from Old Blood on here a couple of times. I've had Solar Haze on here. I'm actually surprised they're not playing. playing this.
That's
event.
true. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right.
So I've had Beekeeper on here. Well, like I said, I had Void Vader, which they're not really Metal Assault now; they're on Ripple, but that's right. It's a friendship thing. I know Ripple's part of this event as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully Todd will be there. Todd and his wife. God, I forgot her name.
I don't know the Ripple folks.
Okay.
No.
Very nice people. Very nice people. They live, I think, closer to San Francisco, but I could be wrong. Either way, I'm making a very short story long. Excuse me. So when I came out there this summer, I was like, "Hey, dude, I'm going to be out there," and I was like, "Put together a show, with some of your bands. I would love to be able to see some of your bands while I'm out there, And it was too short notice, and so he couldn't make it happen. And then so when he set this up, he emailed me and he was like, "Hey, dude, I'm putting together this."
Look what I did for you.
He didn't say for me.
Yeah.
He just told me, "Hey, I've got this anniversary show, and it's going to have all these bands that you wanted to see." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've had Through the Oculus on my show before,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, dude, I'm there.
Yeah.
I don't have a job right now. I got laid off.
Sorry, man.
So.
Well, who knows? Maybe you'll be an Astros employee soon.
Yeah, maybe so. I have an interview on Monday. We'll see. Maybe I'll bring Astros hats for all of you.
I'll wear one. I don't know any better. I don't play sports.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, anyway, we're excited about this festival. It's gonna be cool. I'm impressed with what Andrew's put together over the years, and especially, like we said, being the first band on it, and then kind of seeing. I mean, how many releases did he have last year? Like, I think there was 21 releases for 2021.
It could be.
I think he said that, something like that. So he's really just putting the gas pedal down and just moving forward.
Yeah, he works hard, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's cranking it out for sure. And I know, like you said, that there is like a shortage on vinyl, just a worldwide shortage on vinyl.
Yeah.
But I know he's cranking out CDs and T-shirts and cassette tapes. He's got, I've got some of the Metal Assault tapes. I don't think he did one this year. I don't think he made a volume 4. I'll ask him about that. But
yeah, I don't know when the last time I guess that was 20. I remember picking up one when he did the show. Yeah.
This one was 2020. This one was 2020. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way, well, he put out a CD sampler. He did put out a CD sampler.
Yeah, I think we're on that.
I think so.
Yeah. I think Taste is on the newest one.
Yeah.
I think so. But you were also, Scott, you were telling me that you're also one of the sponsors for the event in another capacity, right?
Yeah, I own a moving company that's kind of a rocket. It's called Real Rock and Roll Movers. So it's a moving company that, I mean, we move anybody. If you needed to move and needed movers, you hire us. And so with when I was talking to Andrew, I was like, do you need, what are you doing for sponsors? And so we just kind of put that together. And so it's a cool thing. We did, when we did our record release show, we also sponsored that as well. So, but it'll be fun. I'm going to have one of my trucks out there, I think. And, hopefully some of the crew can come out. And
do you mostly move people around LA County or? Yeah,
it's mostly within LA. A lot of the guys are working musicians, and, the whole thing started with that in mind. I was touring, and would come home broke and just like start advertising on Craigslist, and, guy with a pickup truck, and me and my guitar player at the time just kind of started doing it. And then I saw the potential and said, let's get some more of our friends involved. And it just kind of grew into, now we're a fully, it's been, well, actually we're celebrating last year. We started in 2010 as well. So this is our 12-year anniversary too. Cool. So good things started in 2010, apparently. So they, so we've just been kind of plugging away, and we're actually, hey, if any LA musicians are looking for work, we're hiring.
Okay.
So
well, I might have to move out there and start working for you because I need a job.
It's a tough gig, but it keeps you in shape.
I'm a chubby fucker. Excuse me, the kids are watching. I'm a chubby dude, and I worked in television for the past 20 years, like broadcasting, sitting in a big broadcast,
right?
Just sitting on my ass for 9 hours a day. So it's really hard.
I'm with you. I was a mover, obviously, to start, and now I sit behind a desk. So now I have to figure out how to get, I've always gotten my exercise and my work.
Right.
So now it's
now you're the boss guy. You're the executive.
Exactly. So, I actually just got back from the gym because I got to figure out some way to, get my workouts in there. But we we advertise that. We're like, hey, it's a great way to stay in shape, running boxes upstairs and stuff like that.
Yeah, his guys moved me, and I was definitely thinking, I'm glad they're doing it. These guys, they're doing it.
Hello from Chicago. We got a Chicago.
Is that a basketball player? Is that guy playing the Bulls?
I don't know.
Picture looks. I don't know the Bulls very well. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago, so I don't know if it's somebody that I know or not, but it's funny.
So yeah, I know the guy that owns Transplants is from Chicago, the Chicagoland area. Mm-hmm. I heard an interview with him, so I guess you guys can bond over making an old style clone, right?
That's actually an old style clone. Was it?
No, not cologne. Oh, clone. Clone. CLONE.
Oh, okay.
Like if he made like.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it's funny because we talked a little bit about trying to see if we knew each other and ran in circles, but I think it was different times, and I was kind of around there. I came out here in like 2004 and started playing with Jennifer Finch from L7. Started a band called The Shocker. And so when I came out here, I joined that. Yeah, you got it. We won't go any further.
Jennifer from L7. It's not surprising she had a band called Shocker.
Exactly. And so it the album was called Up Your Ashtray. So, and then actually we did an EP, and then the full one was called Up Your Ashtray, the full length. So, anyways,
so yeah, I was going to ask you because you said you would go on tour as a guitar,
as a drummer. I was a drummer.
You'd go on tour, and then you'd come back and you did work. So you toured with. We toured with Shocker and went to we went to Europe a lot. Actually, we did a couple tours in the States. I actually played. That was a Small World thing. Me and Sam and I played together at a show in Pennsylvania, where he's from. Yeah. Okay, so you're from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, I was living there playing in a rock and roll band. We played some kind of outside festival, and his band played there. I don't think we met, but it was just one of these things where years later I was like, didn't I play with that band? And I was like asking old bandmates, and it's bizarre.
Small world, yeah. That's funny. Sam's a drummer, so he and he writes all the songs for the band. So it's nice because he has an understanding and an appreciation for the drums as a part of the musicality of all of it. So it's pretty cool.
I try and keep the drums simple and the guitars complicated so that Scott doesn't have to.
So Sam, you write all the music?
Yeah, up until this point, yeah.
Okay, so what about do the other members of the band are they? I don't want to call them like session musicians, but do they have?
It's a band.
So okay,
yeah, it's definitely a band. I think it's like when it first started out, it was maybe a little not like nobody was ever a session musician. It was always just people who wanted to play music, But it was maybe a little bit more like straight along the line of what was written, And over the time, like you can. Like I feel like with this new record in particular, like you could really hear everybody's personality in there that was on that record and their filter. Maybe I wrote the line, but they, it came out.
It's their interpretation of it.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, because you mentioned that you were a drummer, and I could see your guitar back there. So I guess you can basically do it all.
Some of it better than others. Yeah. I mean, I played drums for the first like 32 years of my life, you know, and then had a couple physical things going on where I was like, I don't know if I can play drums anymore comfortably, you know, and I had like a shitty breakup with the band that I was in, and I was just like, I'm gonna write my own songs now. I'm done with this, you know. I taught myself how to play guitar and wrote a couple terrible demos or recorded. The songs are on our record. Honestly, the songs that I put in our first Craigslist ad, but the recording was terrible, you know. And I sometimes can't believe that anybody wanted to play with me, you know. but you know,
no, you could hear it. I mean, like, yeah, the people that get it are in it. Like as far as the guys in the band, you know, it was me and Sam are the longest running guys, and then Nate came on board, who came on board first, Marcus or Nate? It doesn't really matter, but one of the two.
Good question.
And Marcus. Then Marcus and Nate came on board, and Marcus has added a lot. He plays, he's a big prog guy, so, and he plays this thing called an N stick. It's not even a bass, so he can do all these crazy cool different sounds and kind of ethereal stuff that sounds like keyboards, and it adds a whole new layer to all of it. It's pretty awesome. It's very versatile.
You both have mentioned Craigslist a couple of times. Is that where you guys met?
Yep.
I mean, at the time, and I don't know. I honestly don't know right now, but you know what? No, I'm lying. I think that literally everybody in the band that has been in the band came from Craigslist.
Okay.
All, you know, and there were some interesting characters that we initially, you know, and then honestly we've had some really great luck with people. Like you said, like I think there's some people that just have alerts for certain bands, and if you mention it, they get an email or whatever, and they've just been waiting, you know, like that's kind of what it seems like. And so, you know, we haven't gone through a ton of people, you know, we've had, I guess,
couple guitar players, and but aside from that, it's been the core, and like all the press photos and stuff are the four of us right now, and then Mike, he's the newest addition. He came through. So Josh, who mixed our album, is in a band. Yeah. He's in a band with Mike, and so I think Josh had mixed the record, and we were talking about needing a guitar player, and so Josh mentioned it to Mike, and then Mike came down and auditioned, and yeah, he's been great. He comes from the same kind of place, but he's got a lot of other musical interests as well that it's going to be cool to start writing our next record together with all of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I have Andrew sent me a couple photos. I want to put this up. It's going to cover all of us up, but this looks like is this at Transplants here?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was from our record release show.
That's me intentionally blocking Scott.
Yep. That's what he does.
I feel bad. Like this is where I stand, but like so many pictures are like this kind of. I mean, it's a great shot, but like I'm like, oh, come on.
I'm used to that.
To the right, you know.
I'm used to it.
Your bass player way in the back.
He likes to stay right next to me. He's like very much that pocket guy. We're very much a rhythm section. He's very into kind of like accenting the things that I do. Just little things and little touches and that I didn't even realize the extent of until we recorded the record. I'm just like, oh man, there's all kinds of cool little fills that he does that are right in line with what I'm doing. So
you look very Maynard James Keenan there. Sam.
I had a girl tell me I looked like Voldemort after that show. A little bit.
The lines, the tattoo you have on your arm, it's like a perfect like mic holding tattoo there. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Awesome.
It shows up nicely in pictures. For sure.
Yeah.
It's like when you get like a full sleeve. A lot of times you see pictures of guys with full sleeves, and it's just like their arms a blob or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, without a doubt.
Not that there's anything wrong with that either, of course. But.
No.
Yeah.
You just got to get up close to see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yours you can see from far away. It's striking. Sure. Here, I'll show that again. So you see what we're talking about there. Do you always keep the mic on the stand?
For the first couple of years, I was not doing the stand thing, and then I don't know. One day at practice, I put it on the stand. I also think my tendonitis was acting up, and I didn't feel like holding the microphone the whole time. And I don't know if Scott or the other guys were like, "Oh, it looks really cool," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
A little,
so, I'm not
get
like
a little
a
Trent
tremendous.
There
Reznor-ish.
you go.
Yeah, it's a different look for sure, and I take it off sometimes for different songs or whatever. But it's certainly like. I think that I'm not a trained singer, and it's hard for me, So I having it on the stand makes it a little easier to loosen up too on stage, because there's a tendency to get tight, which is like the worst thing that can happen when you're trying to sing. Mm-hmm. I think it does help with that a little bit.
We were talking about different mic stands he could do, like a la, Steven Tyler, but then also like
the bandanas, yeah.
Ministry's got a good one. We had a whole back and forth with all kinds of wacky mic stands that we found.
There's a guy here in Texas. He's made it for Chad from Frozen Soul, and my buddy in Fort Bode's got one made from the same guy, but it's a mic stand made out of a chain.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like he welds the chain. So
right.
He holds
wow.
It looks really cool.
That's a neat look. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're a real singer when you roll up to the show with your own mic stand. You're like,
yeah.
I always bring my microphone, but not a stand.
Signature, yeah.
You don't want to use the venue microphone.
Oh no, no. You know what? I'll put him on blast. The guy that does the backups, Nate. He uses the venue microphone.
Oh, he does. You're right.
He does. And I'm always like,
I mean, especially in this day of COVID, like it's.
I mean, I see my own microphone all the time. It's gross. I don't. You know what I mean? Like that's my own stuff, and I'm.
There was a comedian who had a whole bit about him doing a show where he knew that he was a comedian who was playing on a rock show, and that one of the bands that were going to be playing before him put the microphone in his ass, and he wanted to make sure that they weren't going to use the same ass microphone for the other people, because he didn't bring his own. I think it was Hannibal Buress or somebody like that, and yeah, which is such a great, horrible thought, but yeah.
He's hilarious.
G.G. Allen or something.
Yeah, I remember seeing some meme, and it was like, I think it was on Imgur or Reddit or something, and it was like using the venue mic, and like the it was just all crusty. Like, it had like zits coming out of it. It was like all oozy. Like, it was so gross. It was so gross, man. And
David Yao from Jesus, I think he just puts it down his pants, or
I mean,
whatever. Like, yeah.
Do you just use an SM58 or?
I do. Yeah. Standard.
Classic.
Industry standard. I know. I had some friends that they used the SM57 just so there's a lot of like deathcore bands around. That's like a huge thing with the kids these days, is the deathcore. And a lot of them have a bad habit of like eating the microphone.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a bad level of distortion. So if you have if you have the SM57, it looks too much like a dick for most vocalists to want to get it that close to their mouth.
So subconsciously, that's like they keep it a distance.
Yeah, it's a good way to make sure you don't eat the mic.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess you want to make sure you're broadcasting the right message about yourself.
Right. I mean, if some bands might want to put that. I mean, that might be good for some bands, but.
I could see one of the entertaining, making people uncomfortable.
Alex Caruso, Whippy Flippy. Your answer is no. I'm talking to Don Fades. I'm not talking to Nickelback or Disturbed. Come on.
I don't have the right. I need that thing that like.
Yeah.
Right.
And I tell you, if you really want me to put something stupid like that on the screen, you got to send me a super chat. You got to pay me. And maybe I'll put it on the screen and ask them.
I feel like out of the loop. What are we missing here? Anything good?
This guy's just being a little bit. He's been a minor troll. He's a good subscriber.
Mhm.
You know, he likes to participate in my live streams, but sometimes
Okay.
he can be a little silly.
All right.
And sometimes I didn't know who he was because he's always changing his name, or he keeps getting
Tricky.
kicked out, or he keeps getting kicked off of YouTube and has to make new accounts. I don't know what it is, but
Standard
I
troll.
haven't blocked him yet, so I haven't had to block him yet. He hasn't been super rude to me. I've had to block some people because there were some people that were saying that it's actually July 2018, and you know, that we've all taken the blue pill and we need to wake up, and you know.
It's not even interesting trolling, man.
It's weird, like QAnon stuff. So
like I don't mind like the mocking and stuff. Like as long as it's not too like over the top. Like it's funny. I don't.
Sure.
That kind of stuff, man. I don't know.
You guys don't sound anything at all like Nickelback or Disturbed.
Thank you.
That's the best compliment I think we've ever gotten.
Yeah. You guys do the ooh ah song?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Has anybody ever asked you that?
No, I've never got that one.
No, but you know what? I actually had this thought of covering Sound of Silence, and then our guitar player reminded us that Disturbed actually did that in a very major way. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought we could do like a really cool kind of creepy version of it, and then it's like, no, that's not gonna work.
Yeah. So, oh man. Well, January? No, not January. We're in February. February 13th. 10 days from today, a week and a half.
Oh shoot!
Super Bowl Sunday. Right after the Super Bowl, right after Joe Burrow or what's the Matthew Stafford, right? He's the Rams quarterback. Whenever either one of them says, "I'm going to Disney World,"
right,
then you guys are gonna be like,
right. There you go. I actually, with the Shocker, we played in France during the World Cup, and we were supposed to be. It was that was supposed to be the idea. Like they had a screen in front of the stage. They showed the game, and then it was going to be like once the game's done, then everybody will be in a good mood, and we'll raise the screen, and you guys can play, and you're going to have this drunken crowd in front of you. It's going to be great. So they won, and they all like went out of the venue immediately, and then started just wrecking everything. Like we went upstairs, and we were watching people just flipping cars and. Like doing the whole thing, and we didn't even end up playing. It was like, what's the point?
So that's when France won the World Cup. Then
it was. Oh yeah, you're a soccer guy. So this was in 2006, I want to say.
There's a
or they made. I don't know if they won the World Cup. They won their game that we were supposed to perform after. I know that. And I had like all these soccer, like they were all around. The World Cup was just everywhere at that point when we were traveling. So they would have these like soccer ball whistles that everyone was blowing, and I still have one. I think actually in my toolbox thing, because I don't throw anything away. I still have like set lists from the Shocker days.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, this was a while ago. Yeah, this was way before that.
Well, okay, they won it in 1998 and in 2018.
Okay.
So were you there in 1998?
No, it was in 2006. But it must have just been they won the game that got them to the next. I don't even know how the World Cup works, but it was.
There's a ball. I think there's.
Yeah.
They push it around. Or, I don't know.
They call it football too. It's confusing.
Yeah,
but
maybe
theirs makes more sense.
I'm looking at when they won the Euros. The last time they won the Euro in 1984 and in 2000.
Huh.
So
I don't know. I mean, I'm not making it up. I swear to God, it happened. I watched.
I believe you.
I watched a bunch of French people flip a car in celebration of a soccer game. So something was going on.
All right. Well, cool guy. Well, hopefully, if the Rams win the Super Bowl, people aren't flipping cars in Palmdale.
No, but
true.
I imagine it will get weird in some parts of town, though, which thankfully far from.
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it'll be fun though. We're excited about it, and it'll be a cool. Again, like getting the chance to see a lot of these bands that are on the label that I haven't gotten a chance to see yet. I'm going to try and get over there, and so we're playing on Friday night, and then we'll probably try and head over there on Saturday. So we'll probably see you.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there on Friday night. I'm going to be at the pre-show in
Long Beach, right? Yeah, with Behold the Monolith is playing that show, and I think Circle of Size is on that too.
Circle of Size is on that. Yeah. So
that'll be a good one.
Yeah, I haven't talked to any of those bands yet, so but I'm sure I'll meet them all when I go out there next week.
Yeah, we're trying to get a show together at some point with Behold the Monolith. They're cool. I've known the drummer for years, so yeah, one day we'll get something together.
Awesome, guys. Well, man, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys, and I won't bring you any Astro swag, I promise.
Yeah, there would be no point.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you were to bring me Dodger stuff, I would just be like, okay.
Yeah.
I like. I'm a sports guy, right? I'm from Houston. I'm born and raised in Houston, so. I'm a big fan of the Houston Dynamo, and I like soccer stuff. I'm wearing a Werder Bremen jacket right now, and it's green, so it's going right through the green screen.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And this guy's saying, "Bring them White Sox swag." I went to Chicago last April, and I went to a White Sox game, just because I'm a fan of sports. Like I went to New Zealand, and I went to a rugby match.
That's cool.
And I bought a hat there because I had to have something. But I went to Boston, I had a layover, and it was in January, so I took a tour of Fenway Park. So if I
want to do the baseball park tour. Like that would be a cool thing to do. Like I'm retired, and my kids are like there'd be the boys' trip to go to all different baseball.
Well, Scott, have you taken a tour of Dodger Stadium?
Yeah, actually, my kid, not the full tour, but I got to see a lot of it because my kid did the summer camp last year.
Okay.
They did Dodger camp.
Cool.
And so that was pretty awesome to kind of just be around there during the day. And then we did Rock and Roll Movers had our end of the summer bash at a Dodger game. Almost got kicked out because one of our guys went a little nuts. It was pretty funny.
Well,
it was cool.
If next Friday the 11th, if you're not doing anything and
we're playing.
Oh, you're playing, but like during the day, if you want to take a tour of Dodger Stadium, that would be. I would just promise not to tell anybody that I'm from Houston.
Oh, yeah. Keep your hat. Your
I'm not.
Houston hat,
yeah.
At home.
I'm not bringing an Astros hat.
Good idea.
I didn't bring any Astros gear when I came out there this summer either.
Okay.
I saw a kid at Knott's Berry Farm wearing an Astros hat. And he was like 14, 15 years old. And I was like, "Hey man, are you from Houston?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "Are you a big Astros fan?" And he was like, I don't know.
I took this out of my dad's closet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know why he gets his ass kicked.
Right.
Yeah. I guess he thought maybe he thought I was going to beat him up. Maybe he thought I was a Dodgers fan or something.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you like the Astros, huh?
But I saw a family. They were all wearing Dodger stuff. There was a guy wearing a Corey Seager jersey, which I think he's a Texas Ranger now, right?
Yeah, he got traded. Yeah, they kind of cleaned house a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see. It's funny because we've been watching. I started watching the games more closely and being a fan because my kid got into it, and he's only experienced them as winners and getting pretty far, each year. So I'm like, this will be the test to see, the loyalty as maybe there's ups and downs in the whole thing, and so we'll see what happens if there is baseball, like you said.
Right. let's see if your other kid becomes an Angels fan.
Actually, he likes the Angels for no apparent reason, only probably because it's not the Dodgers. Like,
Yeah.
he
Brothers are
does,
like
yeah.
that. Brothers are like that for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
But I mean, the
And he
Angels
doesn't even
have
care about baseball, but he's just wanted to be an Angels fan because. So.
Well, I mean, they have some great players over there too. Shohei Ohtani is the best.
Yeah.
So, but you can't win without pitching, and that's why the Angels will continue to suck. That's why the Rangers will continue to suck, and the Dodgers, they've Trevor Bauer may never pitch again. Max Scherzer went. Where did he go? He went somewhere else.
Yeah, he's not with. I don't remember where, but and then Dustin May got knocked out last year, which was a big drag. He was like a rising star.
Right.
Wow, this really took a turn into sports talk and stuff.
Yeah,
Sam's just like, oh God, he always. There was one time where I was like really on. We were heading to a show, and I was really on. There was like a Dodger game, like a playoff game, and I'm like, got the car, like the radio on in the car, and we're loading, and he's just like, oh God.
Well, Sam, you said you were from Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania were you from?
Central, like Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg.
Okay. All right. So I've heard that Pennsylvania, you've got Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, and then Alabama in the middle.
Yeah. We used to call it Pennsyltucky. I mean, certainly no harsh where I grew up or whatever. But I moved away because I didn't like it. So, it was a cool place to grow up though. Very rural, like suburban kind of idyllic kind of place. But when I got older, I don't know. I kind of moved around a lot as a kid, so I kind of had a little bit of that wanderlust. I just wanted to go see something else, and why not move 3,000 miles away to Los Angeles?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Without ever having been there before.
Really, you moved there without ever even visiting?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the kind of thing you can do when you're 23 that, like, when you're 38 now, you're like, oh, how the hell did that ever happen?
Well, it sounds like it's worked out for you, man. So.
Yeah. Thank God you came here. Yeah. Good thing you came here. I came here in on tour and hated it. I was like, fuck LA, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And then 2 or 3 years later, I'm like, maybe I'll check it out and see what's going on there. I really wanted to tour, so that kind of worked out because I was playing in bands in Chicago, but it was hard to get that next step to go and hit the road. So,
when I was talking to Lynx, I basically spent the whole interview going on Google Earth looking at all their tour stops. And,
oh, really?
And a long tour book.
They tour a lot, man.
Yeah.
They're probably one of the more active touring bands on the label, I think.
Yeah. Well, and she said that Andrew's going with them. So
yeah, he was out with them. They did a tour. I think what was our show. No, they did another show at Transplants that was like I think the first show of their tour or something like that. And then they went out. They went out for like a week or two. So we did a week up the coast to promote the first record, which was fun. It was pretty crazy. Drove through a snowstorm, in the middle of the mountains.
In the middle of the night.
It's 30 degrees and it says it's cloudy. It's been raining a little bit, so I hope
30.
It's supposed to get down to 27, but it's like the whole deal. Last time this happened in Texas, all of our electricity went out. Ted Cruz went to Mexico,
right?
And so that's why I'm saying at the beginning, like I'm supposed to see Tool tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. So Houston got hit with that then too.
Oh, all of Texas.
Yeah. All Texas. Yeah.
It was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah.
It was cold. Thankfully, my house was pretty well insulated, but it was still pretty damn cold.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Anyway,
I mean, Ted Cruz's crocodile tears didn't keep you warm.
And screw that guy. Screw that guy. And I don't know, man. I don't like to talk politics too much on here, but I'm definitely the the opposite of him in ideology.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So cool, guys. Well, when I'm starting to talk about, I could talk about sports all day, but when I start talking about weather and politics, I think it's time for me to me to shut up before I start to saying something I regret.
Oh yeah, are we getting any comments on the weather from in the chat?
Nah, well, just one person said that they're moving away from the Woodlands because it's too cold. The Woodlands is the next suburb away north of here, so
Gotcha.
it's like 20 minutes from my house. So
yeah.
Cool. I mean, but in Florida they got iguanas falling out of the trees, so it's pretty much the whole country except for maybe Southern California is being hit with this.
Yeah, I heard a lot of fruit trees in Florida. I got a guy that I was talking to today who's in Florida, and he said a lot of the fruit trees are going to be frozen and lost. They're going to die because they can't survive that cold.
Mm-mm.
So, hey, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
thank you guys for coming on such last minute. I appreciate it. And like I said, I told Andrew, I was like, I typically just do this on Mondays, but while I have the free evening, I want to get some some more of the bands if possible to help promote you guys and help promote the festival. So hopefully it helps get some people out there. I know there was somebody that said they were in Los Angeles earlier that was on here. Where'd you go? I'm not sure if they're still watching. Here we go. Lily Who 100. Hello from Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles. Cool.
So hopefully they make it out to Palmdale.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. The Scatterbrain podcast guys, they're coming up from San Diego. And I said to them on Twitter, I was like, if there's no excuse. And I said, yeah, I'm coming all the way from Houston. So there's no excuse.
Right. Yeah. All the people that are from LA, it's going to,
And I know like I've driven up. I know driving up that way sucks, but I'm actually, my friend I'm staying with, she lives in Irvine. So I think she's going to bring me up there on Saturday, but she's going to have to come back before the show's over on Sunday. She might not even be able to stay on Sunday. So I'm going to take a train back. I'm going to take the whatever train that is to take it into LA Union Station.
Right. Yeah.
And then
Union Station is cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I like trains. So I'm actually excited about that. I'm going to spend Valentine's Day by myself riding the trains. And so,
you said you love trains.
I love trains. There we go.
Yeah, there's your love.
There we go. Awesome, dudes. Well, again, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys not this weekend, but next weekend.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks,
man.
Rob.
Thanks for having us, dude.
All right. Have
All right,
guys.
Take care.
All right. That was Sam and Scott from Dawn Fades. They have a new music video for the song Turning. I'm going to actually put the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat here. So this is going to premiere at midnight. So I'm going to put the link right here. And it says comments. So you got that on YouTube and Twitch. There is the link. And I'll post that in the comment. I'll post that in the comments to this video when this is over. Tomorrow I'm going to go see Tool. Hopefully I'll have a vlog about that. That'll probably be up. I'll probably premiere that on Saturday sometime, or if not, maybe late Friday night. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. They're very strict about recording at a Tool show. Plus, there's copyright stuff anyway. But I know last time they let you record. They told everybody they could pull out their phone for the last song, which was 46 and 2. So I might show you that. But I'll show you guys what it's like in the arena with some of the fans, show you the merchandise that they have for sale, show you how expensive the t-shirts are. I don't know if I'm going to buy a $50 t-shirt or $60 t-shirt. Let me know in the comments of this video. Should I buy a $50 Tool t-shirt tomorrow? All right. So Monday I'm going to have another band. I'm not exactly sure which, but it's going to be one of these bands, not Void Vader because they're not playing the festival, but one of these bands that are playing this festival, I will have on Monday. And Tuesday, I might have another band on Tuesday. We'll see. There's a show going on Tuesday, but it's at a venue pretty far away, and I have an early flight on Wednesday, so I don't want to push it. But so make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time I post a new video or go live. I am back on Twitter, so please follow me right there at Most Epic Show. And also my merchandise. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the merchandise, the merch bar below here. I'm going to put buymymerch.net is the website. And if you use code METAL15, you can save 15% off. So there you go. Someone actually did buy some merchandise from me recently, and that actually made my day when I actually went and looked. I don't get notified of that. I have to actually go and look. And yeah, there you go. Use code METAL15. That code will live forever. So until next time, remember to drink water, listen to metal, enjoy nature, and have the most epic adventures.